Hello, fellow coin enthusiasts, and welcome back to the 4K Rare Coins channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss out on any of our exciting videos. Today, we're diving into a very special topic that every serious coin collector should know about: ultra-rare Washington quarter dollars from the 1980s. We'll be focusing specifically on the 1980p, 1982d, and 1983p coins, exploring their fascinating history, the key errors that make them so valuable today, and why they are considered highly prized treasures in the world of numismatics. So, whether you're just starting your collection or you're a seasoned veteran in the coin collecting world, this is a must-watch. Let's get started. Washington quarter dollars, a brief history. Before we dive deep into the ultra-rare Washington quarter dollars from the 1980s, it's essential to understand the Washington quarter dollars history. First issued in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the Washington quarter replaced the earlier standing Liberty quarter. Over the decades, the design of the Washington quarter has remained relatively consistent. The obverse always features a left-facing profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, while the reverse shows an eagle in flight, designed by John Sinnock. Although the design has remained largely the same, Washington quarters have undergone slight modifications, and different minting errors have arisen throughout the years. These rare and unusual coins are highly sought after by collectors, often fetching significant amounts of money. The 1980p Washington quarter dollar, minted in Philadelphia, is one of the most intriguing coins in the Washington quarter series, especially because of its rare minting errors. The mint produced over 600 million quarters in 1980, making the coin itself fairly common. However, certain unique characteristics and errors found in the 1980p Washington quarters make them stand out in the eyes of collectors. Key errors and rarity. One of the key errors associated with the 1980p Washington quarter is the double die obverse, DDO. The DDO error occurs when a coin's obverse, front, die is struck more than once, with slight misalignment, causing the design to appear doubled. This error can be seen on the date and the lettering on the obverse. The doubling effect typically creates a clear distinction between the original and the second strike, with some collectors referring to the phenomenon as a ghosting effect. A 1980p Washington quarter with a noticeable DDO error is worth considerably more than a regular, unblemished example, often fetching prices between $100 and $500, depending on the condition. Another rare error to look for in the 1980p quarter is the broad strike error. This occurs when a coin is struck without a collar, which is a ring that surrounds the coin during the minting process. The absence of this collar causes the coin to expand, resulting in a larger than normal diameter and a distorted design. Broad strikes are a particularly coveted error for collectors, and finding one in a 1980p Washington quarter could be worth anywhere from $100 to $300 or more, depending on the degree of distortion and its overall condition. Why is it valuable today? The 1980p Washington quarter is rare because, while many were produced, only a small percentage have significant errors that stand out enough to increase their value. Collectors and investors are always looking for coins with minting errors because they represent a unique and accidental part of history. A coin that was meant to be a standard piece of currency but was instead struck incorrectly becomes a collectible treasure, adding a layer of intrigue and rarity to the item. The 1980p Washington quarter's value is also linked to the general rarity of well-preserved examples. Since these coins were mass-produced and circulated widely, finding one in mint condition, especially with a noticeable error, is quite rare. For collectors looking to complete their collections or invest in rare coins, a 1980p with a notable minting flaw can command a high price at auction or through private sales. Next, we have the 1982d Washington quarter dollar. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Just like the 1980p, millions of 1982d quarters were minted, over 600 million to be exact. Despite this large mintage, certain error varieties make this coin highly sought after among collectors. Key errors and rarity. The most notable error associated with the 1982d Washington quarter is the clipped planchet error. A clipped planchet occurs when a portion of the blank metal disc, also known as a planchet, is missing due to improper cutting at the mint. This error can lead to a coin that is irregularly shaped, with an incomplete or missing portion of the design. A 1982d Washington quarter with a clipped planchet can be worth several $100s, depending on the extent of the clipping and the overall quality of the coin. Another common error with the 1982d Washington quarter is the die crack. Die cracks appear when the die used to strike the coin starts to break down. These cracks can often be seen as raised lines or fissures across the surface of the coin. While die cracks do not make a coin as rare or valuable as some other minting errors, they can still increase the coin's value slightly, particularly if the crack is large or located in an interesting area of the coin. Why is it valuable today? The 1982 D Washington quarter is valuable due to the rarity of error coins and high-grade specimens. The massive mintage of over 600 million means that the coin in its regular state is not worth much more than face value. However, errors such as clipped planchets or die cracks make these coins more desirable. Coin collectors and investors are willing to pay a premium for examples with these flaws because they represent a break from the normal, predictable minting process. Like the 1980 P quarter, the 1982 D is more valuable today due to the fact that well-preserved examples are hard to come by, especially those that feature notable errors. With a supply that is limited and demand on the rise for rare and error-prone coins, the value of the 1982 D Washington quarter has steadily increased over time. Finally, we have the 1983 P Washington quarter dollar, minted in Philadelphia. Like the 1980 P and 1982 D, the 1983 P Washington quarter has a relatively high mintage, with more than 500 million produced. However, due to certain errors and varieties, the 1983 P coin remains highly valued in the world of coin collecting. Key errors and rarity. The most notable error associated with the 1983 P Washington quarter is the reverse of 1983 error. This error happens when a reverse die used for earlier 1983 quarters was mistakenly used in later production. This results in slight variations in the design, particularly with the positioning of the eagle and the lettering. These subtle changes are significant to collectors, making the 1983 P reverse of 1983 a rare find. Another key error to look for is the off-center strike, which occurs when the coin blank is not properly aligned with the dies during the minting process. As a result, the coin's design is struck off-center, leaving part of the coin blank. These off-center coins are highly prized by collectors, and a 1983 P off-center Washington quarter can be worth $100 to $500, depending on the severity of the error and its overall condition. Why is it valuable today? The 1983 P Washington quarter holds value because of the rarity of error coins and the specific variety associated with the reverse of 1983 error. These types of rare and unique finds increase the appeal and demand for the coin, driving up its value. Additionally, as fewer of these error coins remain in circulation, collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. Like the 1980 P and 1982 D quarters, the 1983 P is valuable today because of the uniqueness of its errors, its limited availability, and its significance in the history of American coinage. Why these coins are worth money today? So, why are these coins worth so much money today? The primary reason is rarity. While these coins were initially minted in large quantities, certain minting errors and flaws make them highly sought after by collectors. Coin collecting is not just about finding coins in good condition, but also about finding unique, rare, and historically significant pieces. As fewer of these error-prone coins remain in circulation, their value increases. Additionally, collectors and investors are always on the lookout for coins that stand out from the crowd. Errors such as double die obverse, clipped planchets, and off-center strikes create intrigue and add a layer of history and storytelling to the coin. Coins with these errors are no longer just currency, they're pieces of history, reminders of the moments when the minting process didn't go as planned. Conclusion. The 1980 P, 1982 D, and 1983 P Washington quarter dollars are ultra-rare and highly valuable due to their minting errors and historical significance. While millions of these coins were initially minted, only a small percentage of them feature unique flaws that make them worth much more than their face